Hey there! If you're watching this video right now, chances are you are a homeschooler, you are thinking about homeschooling, or you are way down the rabbit hole. But in either case, I want to show you what we're using this year for homeschool curriculum, so keep watching. When I started out homeschooling, curriculum was overwhelming to me. So many choices, so much money, and I wasn't quite sure where to begin. It was full on school at home, all the workbooks, and that did not last very long. What I've come to find out is there's actually more than one way to homeschool, and it doesn't all look the same way. If you're familiar with homeschooling, you probably already know that there are several popular homeschool methods out there. And so I would probably consider us to be very relaxed. You could call us eclectic and maybe even a little unschooly. Over the years, I've begun to take note of what my kids are interested in and the skills that they want to learn and some of the skills that I want them to know. And I just gather the resources and make it happen. So here's what we're using for math this year. These are the math books that I chose for my younger two kids. They're very colorful, project-based, which I like, but my kids aren't really crazy about them. We don't use them all the time, but they're there as a resource. So if your kids hate workbooks, you don't have to get workbooks. There's so many different ways to teach math, even for free. So don't spend the money if you don't have to. We're also using lots of different puzzle books and books on different math topics like shapes and geometry. And then a favorite of ours for this year is this book called Family Math. And it's an oldie but goodie. I just found out about it last year. But there's so many different games and puzzles and activities that will help to teach your kids math and make it fun. And we have been loving this book this year. For my two high schoolers and both taking Algebra 1 this year, I asked them how they wanted to learn it. One is using Khan Academy, which is free online. They watch math videos, do practice questions, and I can even see the grading. My daughter is using teaching textbooks, which works out very well for her. They're engaging video lessons and automatic grading, and it takes a lot off of my plate. I also found these awesome hands-on project books from the Dollar Tree, and they have books on many different topics. There's math and science and art and nature and all kinds of books. So if you have a Dollar Tree close to you, check it out in the education section and see if you can find these books. They're great and cheap. So here's what we're doing for language arts this year. So as far as reading and writing goes, our goal is to learn the skills that we need to become good communicators. And you can do that in so many ways. Our focus this year is on reading good books. And we play a lot of word games. So here are some of the word games that I've found over the past couple years. I've slowly been kind of building up a stash of these things, and it can get expensive, so don't feel like you have to go and buy all the things. There are so many things that you can make yourself and resources that you can find for free or near free. We love these dominoes for learning how to put words together and sentences, and it's been a lot of fun. We also play Boggle. The thing that I love about using games in our homeschool is that you're learning, but it's also enjoyable, and you're also building connection. We also love to do Mad Libs. Mad Libs teaches you grammar, and it's super fun. And then this year I got these books by Peggy Kay. She writes books about games for writing and reading. And if you have a child that's kind of reluctant to read, these can be fun. And also if your child loves to read, like, who doesn't like to play games? Scrabble Junior is a favorite. You can do a bunch of spelling tests if you want to, or you can play Scrabble and learn spelling. So this is what we're doing for history this year. This year I wanted to explore the world with my kids, and to do that we are using the Beautiful Feet Ancient History Study Guide. Now, this study guide is for high schoolers. However, it comes with a reading list. And I got the idea to, instead of getting the whole curriculum package, to get the study guide. It comes with activities and questions and things like that. But I also decided to get the books from thrift books instead of paying full price for them. And this is for my high schooler. And then for the younger kids, I put together some picture books and games. There's lots of ways you can make it fun. It's pretty easy to adapt this curriculum for younger kids. Just throw in some picture books, some games, and add in music, art, and food. A lot of the curriculum that we're using has some overlap. So we're learning about the world, but we're also learning about art, and we're also learning about science. So for science, we use a number of different books. This is a series that I got. My kids haven't really been that crazy about, but it incorporates a little bit of the history with the science. There's puzzles inside. It's pretty fun. My kids love these DK Maker Lab books. We have two. There's one for outdoors and then a different one that's not pictured in this video because we're using it. But there's a ton of projects, colorful instructions. If your kids can read, they can do these themselves. It's great for independent learning. It's a lot of fun. My kids also love Kiwi crates. Oh my goodness. We've been using Kiwi crate boxes for a few years now, and every month you get a new project. It's been a lot of fun. And we also use puzzles. I know it's a lot of information. There's a lot out there. I know it's real easy to get overwhelmed by all of the resources out there, but I found that as long as I stick to our homeschool vision, that will keep me focused so I don't spend all of our money on homeschool stuff. And if you'd like to learn how to create your own homeschool vision for your family,